Hello everyone, and welcome all to the first ever Best in Class. I'm your host, James McCracken, along with my assistant, the fine co-host Eddie the Ferret Hodge, tasked here with the incredible challenge to determine just what mech is the best in each weight class. Today, we decided to see who comes out on top in the 20-ton range, and today we've three incredible designs who will be competing in a set of challenges, each one testing the speed, combat effectiveness, and durability of each machine. So without further waffle, let's take a look at the contestants. The Locust. Built by Bergen Industries and rolled out into the Inner Sphere in 2499, the Locust is one of the most enduring designs to hit the battlefield. Built for one thing: speed. As a reconnaissance and strike fighter, the Locust can infiltrate behind enemy lines like a deteriorated ninja. Though lightly armed and armoured, the LCT-1V can top out at 129.6 km an hour. That's faster than your drunk uncle hitting the dance floor at a wedding reception, making it difficult to hit without lock-on systems. The Flea. An older design still, the Flea first saw battlefield action in 2475. The Free Worlds Leagues wanted a scout of their own and built it from a worker mech chassis. Some may call that inventive. I call it stupid. Despite the manufacturing decisions, the FLE-4 has incredible firepower for its weight and a respectable speed, though this comes at the cost of protection, something it has less of than even the Locust. Now, me and my colleague had a bit of a debate in the office about which variant to use, and we decided on the FLE-17, since it's more recent and is actually being built. The Piranha. Finally, we have the distant relatives inclusion in today's event, the Piranha. The terror of infantry everywhere, regardless of you being a spheroid or a tube baby. This creation by Clan Diamond Shark is a lethal piece of machinery. Topping out at 151 km an hour and equipping a frankly ridiculous amount of firepower for its size, the Piranha is a clear frontrunner for today's challenges, and my personal pick for the number 1 spot. And so our first challenge is a drag race. And here I've got my friend Eddie the Ferret Hodge to assist.
Well, hi Kraken. I'm not sure what the hell's going on here, but you've brought in a right ringer with this one.
What? What, with the Piranha?
The Piranha's not even a Inner Sphere mech. What the hell are you playing at?
It's all to determine the best in class, and the Piranha is the clear frontrunner in this. So as we're going with, we've got the Locust, we've got the Flea, we've got the Piranha. It's very simple. First to the finish line gets the most points, second gets slightly less points, and third's just rubbish.
Well, I'm going with the... I want to go with the Flea because it has mask. I mean, that mask is going to leave everybody in the dust.
Clearly. A terrible idea, as always from yourself, Eddie. I don't know why I have you on the show sometimes.
What?
And here we are on the start line, and away they go.
Come on, Flea!
Oh, Piranha, look at it.
Flea.
Pulling ahead.
What the
making
hell?
things look simple. The Flea falling behind. There's the
Locust. He hasn't
Locust.
activated his mask yet.
Oh, I'm sure he has. I'm sure he has. He's completely useless.
Any second now.
Piranha, come on, power. There we go. It's going to win.
What the hell?
It's
Flea.
well ahead.
Come on,
and
Flea.
it's across the line, exactly as I said it was
Flea?
going to. There's the Locust in second. And there's the Flea. And his legs have exploded.
What the...
There we go, straight into the standings as the Boffins have given us the points. There they are, 15 for the Piranha, 10 for the Locust, and, well, 5 for the Flea.
What the hell happened to my Flea?
Well, it's the mask, isn't it? It blew its legs off. What else were you expecting?
That Piranha? What the hell is going on? I mean, Clan Tech versus a good old Inner Sphere Locust and Flea? There's something going on here.
We're living in modern times now, Eddie. You just have to understand that. But anyway, the Flea can always make up his points by being able to go into the simulator battles.
Battles?
Event 2. And don't worry, we spared no expense in getting the best simulator battle pilot out there. His name is Critical Rocket.
Oh, that guy.
And here we go, kicking off here with Critical Rocket. Here we go, we've hired only the best.
The best, yes, that's right, the best, yes. Well, some people call him a Z-list celebrity. Other people call him a complete idiot. It is, of course...
He is that. Yeah.
Critical Rocket.
He's definitely that. I say the best, but really he was the cheapest on the budget, as you can see with the standing scoreboard and other things. Where the Comguard hasn't quite given us the budget at the moment to be able to, get there. But the art department is going to improve, as is hopefully the simulator pilot that we can afford. Maybe further down the line. But at the moment...
You're certainly right about cheap. He just wanted a pizza and a shandy. And we were happy to comply.
Well, you bought the shandy?
Yeah.
Right, well, that's good. Because I got the pizza, so... He's fed. He's well done. He's well done. So, he's taken the Locust out, the 1V. Now, what can you tell us about the 1V there, Eddie?
Well, the 1V, as we all know, is one of the absolute staples of the old Star League. Mm-hmm. These mechs were once one of the prides of the Star League Defence Force. They were scouting here, they were scouting there, they were scouting pretty much everywhere.
Yeah.
And these days, they're still in considerable demand. They're a mech that you'll find in virtually every part of the inner sphere and the periphery. These really are the staple. When you think of Scout mech, when you think of fast, when you think of, well, light mech, probably the first mech that will ever come to your mind is the venerable Locust.
Well, that's very well said. It's got some stiff competition. It's certainly had it over the years, but it's beat them all back over time. The Wasp, the Stinger, the likes of the Mercury, these kinds of scout mechs that have been designed at the same 20-ton range have all tried and failed against such a competent mech as the Locust, and it really is one of the best designs that has ever come out of the Bergen Industries line, really.
Well, it's not just that. It's also the fact that these things are, for many techs, a pleasure to work on. Parts are easy to find. Mm-hmm. They're not difficult to dismantle.
Yeah.
And, well, they just work.
Well, they do. Unlike Critical Rocket here, who's just hiding behind a hill.
He's playing peekaboo. I'm not quite sure how this is scouting, frankly.
Well, I think he has to stay in the big yellow circle. I'm not quite sure with the simulator battles. I mean, we did set the difficulty up quite considerably. We turned it up to grade Norton levels of difficulty. So a lot of the pilots that he's against are very, very highly skilled, and unfortunately, he isn't.
He definitely isn't. That's why he's cheap.
Yeah, incredibly cheap. So. He's not really showing off the capabilities of the Locust, I have to agree. There's not much scouting. He's just been hit by artillery. I don't really know what the next move is going to be here.
Well, running away by the looks of it, which is probably not a bad idea. He is, after all, in a Locust, and he seems to be trying to... well, I don't know, spar with something considerably heavier, with considerably more firepower.
It was a bit like a Shadowhawk, I think he was firing at, and it wasn't particularly smart idea. That Shadowhawk was modified as part of the difficulty settings. All of the enemy mechs are not stock, unfortunately, unlike Critical Rocket's mechs, who are all stock.
Well, if there's anyone who comes stock, it's Critical Rocket.
Oh, bargain basement, no modification, not barely a lick of paint. It's usually as it is when it came off the factory floor, basically.
Yes, we're still talking about Critical Rocket, right?
Yes. Why? Who else would we be talking about? Eddie. Who else are you talking about, Eddie?
I thought we might have been talking about the Locust.
About the Locust.
That's what we're here to talk about, folks.
Yes, the Locust.
The venerable Locust. But it's not doing too venerably here.
No, it's getting hit by missiles. He's hiding behind his assault mech allies. He's not providing targets. He's not getting anywhere near to see the enemy. I think he had to go with a Cyclops before. It's not a smart idea. And I think this is it. I think the enemy are pushing. Yep, there they go. There's the Annihilator. There it is.
It's only a matter of time. The Annihilator
Seconds.
I mean, the name says it all. And in a Locust... He's standing his ground. Well, I'll give him one thing. He's not running away now, but that's exactly what he should be doing. He's in a Locust.
Very much so, but I think he's realised that the points involved here in Best in Class are based on your match score and your damage, and he's trying to get as much in there as humanly possible to try and get himself some points, and there he goes!
Well, I enjoyed the bit where he decided to grind himself against that behemoth's...
Well, groinal
section, yeah, let's call it that.
Against its 100-ton chap. And so what's that to do? Here we go, we've got just showing you the last of the simulated players here as they get wiped out by the opposing artificial intelligence. And the round is over. There we go. It generated a crab.
Well, let's see the scores on the doors, shall we?
The scoreboard. And it's waiting for the system.
The boffins really are.
These really are slow, these systems, sometimes.
And the scores.
And, 100 and 100 on the match score.
That's 10 points.
It's 10 points. 10 points more than I expected from. And here we are, rolling into match 2 with the Flea.
The Flea. Now, she didn't exactly do herself proud in the drag race, but we're hoping that she's really going to bring it back now.
Well, no, her legs exploded, didn't they? It was your pick.
Well, like I said, she didn't exactly do herself proud.
No, she didn't. She looked absolutely ridiculous, lying there with both her legs blown off.
Look, the Flea is another venerable design, originally created by the Free Worlds League, and she's a mech that hasn't really been seen by, well, virtually anybody for quite a few years. And then suddenly...
Well, the Wolf Dragoons bring them back, and with some special technologies we see here. A couple of pulse lasers, very good, small lasers, and a flamer.
Now you'd have thought someone probably would have twigged, that's a bit odd. What are they doing with a mech that hasn't been seen in over a century? But apparently everyone just accepted their excuse that we just happen to have a couple lying around.
Everyone loves a Wolf Dragoon. Everyone loves a Wolf Dragoon.
Idiots.
Well, it's a bit like the people who came up with the Flea in the first place, to be fair, Eddie. Building it on a worker mech is a terrible and frankly stupid idea.
Oh, you say stupid, but this mech proved herself a more than capable mech for scouting and well, supporting the rear lines. Admittedly, after a while she became less and less popular as newer and newer designs came out.
They had the Locust.
Like the Locust. But here she is again. And once again, she's become a popular mech. Not just with the Wolf Dragoons. Later on, once they started selling some of their so-called own designs, she started becoming much more widely seen all around the inner sphere. And here she is doing a more than adequate job, I'm sure.
All I'm hearing is that you're just completely in love with the Flea, and you're not willing to accept its complete and utter inadequacies in pretty much every area. It's not the fastest mech, it's not as well armed, it's not as well armoured. Frankly, it's a joke. I'm not quite sure why it even exists. We had to put it in here because it's in the 20-ton category. But to be honest, there were always better mechs, and that's why the Flea was largely forgotten. And if it wasn't for the Wolf Dragoons bringing them back from the dead, no one would really care. That's just my opinion about it.
Well, look, I'm not a biggest Wolf Dragoons fan, it's true, but the Flea is an excellent little mech, and I think we're going to see that it's going to do at least as well as the venerable Locust, if not better.
I can only see this doing worse than the Locust, to be honest, especially when it's piloted by this idiot here. Critical Rocket, once again, completely failing in his job to not only find the enemy and fix them, but also to report crucial information about enemy locations for the rest of his team to make educated decisions on the battlefield.
Well, it's clear that, as you said in the previous match, he's just trying to, well, get as much damage dealt as possible, and with a mech as small as this, that's not an easy task.
Hey, look, he's going up here against a Jaeger mech and a catapult. It's never the best idea. Again, with these Grey Norton levels of difficulty that's been set for him.
Well, it is true that the enemy are wielding some very unusual builds here. Not kind of thing you would normally see on the average battlefield. But in these simulators, the computer system will bring up all kinds of crazy stuff, including, right at the beginning, the computer even pretending to be one of his fans. He hasn't got any.
Yes, that is something that we asked to put in there. Just occasionally there'd be random pieces of... And he's dead!
What?
He's killed by another Flea.
By another Flea. I think that pretty much says everything you need it to say. When the Flea went down, it was taken out by another Flea. And what else could you possibly ask for?
So you're saying that the only thing that can kill a Flea is another Flea? Is that what you're saying?
Or a Locust.
Or a Locust.
Or a Piranha. Or a Stinger. Or a Wasp.
Oh, basically any mech, any tank. I'd even go so far as to say that possibly even a Saladin hover tank, or a Scorpion light tank. Any of those small tanks that don't really do much, Savannah Masters, those kind of things, would probably take out a Flea.
Anyway, it seems that we're just winding down the battle here. We're just seeing what this particular fool is doing. Him and his friend decided to hide.
Oh, these brain farms, yes. They decided to go underground, taking 200 tons of assault mech into a basement with very limited angles of cover, and it's just allowing them in. I mean, I don't know what they were thinking with this.
I think they just decided to go where they're most comfortable. The basement, as you said. Basement dwellers.
That's actually quite funny for you, Eddie. That's surprising. I mean, the AI, they've just got a kill on the AI. Essentially, at this point, we're just watching the computer play against itself just to see what it would do. It's part of the intricate systems that Comstar have available to them for cycling through combat scenarios and other items of interest.
Well, it's an impressive piece of tech because the way it's recreated the kind of idiocy that would put these two guys in this position.
Oh, well, yes, it's heavily researched. They looked into the trends of numerous online Trivid games over the last few centuries to see what kind of player tactics come about. And we see here, it's a remarkable achievement. Oh, and that's it. That's the end of the round.
Well, let's see the scores on the doors.
I'm sure it's going to be less than 100. Less than 100 on both match score. It's not going to get any points.
I really don't think so. I think the Flea's going to...
Over 100. Oh, 5 points on damage. And a match score as well.
That's 10 points again.
And here we are with the last of the 3 challenges. We've got the Piranha.
The Piranha. The Piranha. This is your pick, isn't it?
Oh, yes. Very much so.
You went with the clan tech. Of course you did. This thing's got what? 12 machine guns?
12 machine guns, 2 ER medium lasers, and an ER small. All clan, of course, which means it's just superior. It's better in every way. And why wouldn't I pick it? It's the fastest, it's got the most firepower, and it can easily shred larger mechs into pieces in seconds.
You've just set this up to make yourself look like you've made the best choice.
I'm following the rules, 20-tonners, and the Piranha, I'm afraid to say, is a 20-ton mech.
Well, let's just hope that it runs straight into Atlas.
Oh, it would chew an Atlas apart in seconds. Stupid man. Anyway, the Piranha was made by Diamond Shark, as I mentioned earlier, and it's been sold around to the different clans. And surprisingly enough, it's not actually a frontline mech for the clans. It's more of a last-ditch effort mech for some of their special super soldiers or whatever they are. They when they get past a certain age, they usually try and get a little bit more glory for themselves, and they take one of these things out and go headlong into the enemy.
Well, clearly you're past a certain age, but that's why you've chosen this. So you can get yourself a little bit of glory by choosing the Invader's mech.
And when it wins, I will be successful. Yes, I will have made the right choice, and I'll have proven that I was the smart one, unlike you with your little Flea and your love for the little Flea.
Well, glancing Gauss rifle to the cockpit is all we can hope for.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. The Piranha will probably win the match, to be honest. I mean, carrying the team. I mean, even an idiot like Critical Rocket can get this thing done.
Oh, it's being piloted by Critical Rocket?
Yes.
What? It's... No points, then. Points to look forward to.
Well, you can be smug, because I'm sure he's going to do well in the Piranha.
Did you just say the Critical Rocket's going to do well? Are you feeling all right? That looks painful.
It feels wrong to say, but I think even he can do half decent in a Piranha. I think he might be able to carry it to a victory. I know it's difficult to say, but I really do think he's got the stones. I think he can.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing this, and I'm certainly looking forward to seeing the look on your face when it all goes horribly wrong.
No, you're going to be wrong, Eddie. You're going to be wrong. As you can see here, he's doing the smart thing. He's finding the enemies, he's letting his team know exactly where they are, and now he's going for the flank. He's seen them, he's set them up. All the team's got to do now is just get in there, get stuck in, and then he can get behind them and start peeling away that flimsy rear armour on all of the mechs.
You mean when the rest of his team does most of the heavy lifting?
If that's how you want to look at it, of course. But
a second ago, it could single-handedly take out an Atlas. Now, apparently, it needs the rest of the team to do the work for it.
It's very circumstantial, as most of these things are, as you well know. With BattleNet combat, it's not simply straightforward.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing him die on his arse.
Yeah, well, you're gonna be eating those words. You're gonna be eating those words because here he comes now.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. Come on.
See, he's fixed it. First damage. There we go. He's fixed them.
He's scratched it. Nothing more than a scratch.
The pilot is terrified. You could see he turned to face that because he knew it was a piranha.
Well, if you say so. If you say so, I'm going to sit here and watch, and I suspect any second now we're going to see limbs getting blown off left, right, and centre.
Well, of the enemy mechs, yes, I agree. That's probably what's going to be happening.
Well, so far he's just standing around gaining weight.
Well, this is the problem having Critical Rocket. Then
A second ago,
he's not the most proactive at times.
A second ago, you told me he had the stones to get it done. Now, suddenly,
Are we
starting to eat our own words here?
I'm sure he's doing it now.
Come on, James. Sounds like you're getting a little nervous, and rightly so.
It's not going well. Not worried at all.
It's not going well. So far, it's making the Flea and the Locust look like heavyweights in comparison. He's done nothing.
Wow. Here we go. Finally, there you go. The machine gun's blaring. He's gonna drop that.
He's backed off again. He's backed off again.
Bloody backed off.
He's backed off again.
All right, come on. Go ahead, you can get in there. You can do this. You can finish that up.
He shot the wall. He shot the wall. He shot the back of an ally. He's everywhere.
He's a complete
in the
idiot.
Fight. What are you saying about him having the stones?
Right, he must have heard you, because look, he's getting involved now. He's pushing in deep into the enemy line, into the team. One enemy's dead. I'm sure he assisted with that. Here we go. Rifleman. And come on. Yes.
What?
Got a kill.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! I can't believe it.
This is it.
That was just luck. Any second now, he'll be torn in half.
It's the first domino to fall, and the rest will be following.
No, I don't think so. Look at this.
Oh, here we go. I've got a good feeling about this.
Fire.
Oh, second kill.
What the hell is going on
How many points is that? Eddie?
That's an extra 10 points
That's 10
already.
points. 5 per kill, yes. With our 5 points per 100 match score and damage, I'm sure he's going to be racking up the score.
He's going to get torn apart any second. I admit he's done reasonably well.
I think you found that I've been completely right, Eddie, the entire time, and you have been horribly wrong. Third kill. What 15 extra points.
The hell is happening?
He's out
of ammo now. I don't think we're going to see that fourth kill.
Well, this isn't. This isn't going. This is.
He's not going to survive it. He's not going to get the extra points for surviving. I'm pretty sure.
This is
all
you. This is all you.
Is there anyone left?
So all the negativity. He's got a friend. Oh, his friend.
No, he hasn't. Not anymore.
His friend's just exploded. He's the last man on the team. What's he doing?
Well, I'm sure he can take them all out. Remember, he can go toe to toe with an Atlas. He's legged.
Oh my God!
Legged. It's all over. No. It's all over for him.
No, he can't do it. Oh, bugger.
Well, let's see the scores on the doors.
Well, it's got to be good. I mean, 3 points anyway. He's already got more.
He's already on 15.
He's 15 there. He's the 3 kills.
Oh my
500 God. Damage. There you go. There we go. And as we roll over, match score is over 300. So there we go. We totted that up. 55 points. As we go over into the scoreboard now. 70 points there for the Piranha in first place. 20 for the little Locust that could, and third for the sad, pathetic Flea in 15 points in total.
I still think he can bring it back.
With one more event left, do you think he can bring it back? Admittedly, the finale, the Grand Melee, is definitely where it can make some points up and possibly get into second, but I can't see how the Piranha is going to be knocked off a top spot with 70 points. There's a 50-point difference.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing how it turns out. Let's go.
And here it is, the grand finale.
And they're not holding back, they're going straight in there.
Yes.
No Critical Rocket this time. We've got 3 additional pilots, and they're all absolutely desperate to get the win.
They're all from the mean streets of SumaireSTi. That's where we could find some of the most ruthless killers in the Inner Sphere.
And ruthless they are. In fact, the 2 Inner Sphere mechs seem to be going absolutely batshit crazy to bring down the Piranha. Your choice for winner.
I'm sure they won't do it. It's, he's...
I think he's out of ammo. He's overheating badly.
No.
Very badly.
No, this can't be. No! Oh,
he's gone.
Blew himself up.
That was a self-annihilation.
How does he?
Well, that's minus 10 points. That's minus 10 points right there.
And the
no, come on,
and
Flea.
the Locust. Come
on, Flea.
The Locust will beat the Flea. There's no way the Flea
Come on,
can win
Flea.
in this fight.
Come on, Flea. You've got it all to fight for. No.
Locust got the kill.
That was short and brutal.
It was. And thank you everyone for joining us for the first in Best in Class. Let's have a look at the final scores.
On the doors.
Well, and there you have it. That's the final scoreboard. Again, Art is pending approval for the scoreboard for next week, but final standings. Piranha, 60 points, even with that calamitous final there.
Lost 10 points. I mean, what was the pilot thinking?
I don't know. And he will be slapped vociferously. Second is the Locust with 35 points, a respectable finish, considering it did win the Grand Melee.
15 points for winning.
And the Flea in third and final place, really living down to its level there, 25 points.
I'll just win next time.
Yeah, I'm sure you
win
won't.
Next time.
And, congratulations to the Piranha as being the first Best in Class. Thank you everyone for joining myself, James McCracken, and my co-host, Eddie the Ferret Hodge. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.